Subscribe to the William Pace Show YouTube channel. Be sure to click the bell and give us the thumbs up. Thank you.
The William Pace Show through the years has been a beacon of light in the Midwest, taking you to such destinations as the Navy Pier, the Palmer Hilton Palace Hotel, the German Village, the Showboat Majestic Theatre, the Ohio Village, and the Krohn Conservatory. There's always something cooking in the kitchen on the William Pace Show. Some of the biggest stars, entertainers, and political figures like B.B. King, Jimmy Walker, Bob Carlisle, Patti Austin, Mr. T, Whitley Phibbs, and Congressman Tony Hall have appeared on the William Pace Show. Now, without further ado, we proudly present the William Pace Show on CATV, coming to you from the heart of the Midwest. The William Pace Show, asking the questions you want to ask, getting the answers everyone wants to know. It's a new season of the William Pace Show. We're raising the bar with more commitment to educate, inform, encourage, inspire, empower, and help you have your best life. Everyone deserves to have their best life. I'm just staying the course. Here we go.
Restaurant segment tonight. We're at Gym City Ribs, Chicken, Seafood, and my guest is Jim Parker. You're one of the owners of the restaurant, is that correct?
That's right. Me and Mr. McClure, the owners, who started it back in February, opened up in February.
Wonderful. And tonight, what are we going to prepare for the viewers?
We're going to prepare our St. Louis style rib. We're going to show you how we prepare it, how we cut it, and season, and put it in the smoker for preparation.
Okay, great. Where do we start?
Well, this is a regular spare rib, a regular old spare rib, and what we do, we cut all this excess gristle and fat off of it.
So you take that off. How do you do that?
Well, very, very easy with a knife here. Just make a line here and cut right down through it.
Now, why did you decide to go into the restaurant business?
I needed something to do after retiring. I drove a truck for 31 years. So
31 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
this is post-retirement?
Post-retirement. Yeah. I think I jumped.
You didn't quite want to be in a rocking chair.
No, I'm too young for that yet. So this is your St. Louis style rib right here.
Okay.
It's been skinned already. Excess fat's been cut off of it.
Okay.
I kind of score it like this with my knife.
Now, what does that do for it?
Allow the heat to get within the meat, penetrate the meat. Right. And then we season it. We have our special seasoning we have here.
Now, tell me, what makes Gym City different from all of the other rib houses in the area?
What makes us different? We sell a better cut.
Better cut of meat?
We put it's a seasoning that we make, especially here in Gym City.
So you make this?
Yes, we make this seasoning here. And we sprinkle this on their meat. Kind of lightly on this bone side here. But then we flip it over on the meat side. And we put it on quite heavily. To enhance the flavor of the pork.
Now, what ingredients are in that?
Garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper, paprika, thyme, basil.
That's what gives it the flavor.
Yes, sir. That's the purpose. To enhance the flavor as much as you can, because in cooking process, some of it would be lost anyway as far as shrinkage and the juices draining off of it.
I see.
So that's the basic St. Louis style.
So we put it in the oven.
We put in the smoker. We have a smoker.
Okay.
And we smoke it for probably 3.5 hours.
Okay. And then is it done after 3.5 hours then?
Yes. It'll be done after 3.5 hours.
Let's go to the smoker and put it in.
Okay.
Also, our owner of Gym City Ribs is Garen McClure. And so, Garen, we're going to put this into the smoker now?
I'm going to put it in the smoker right now.
Okay.
We're going to turn them down side, meat side down, because it's the thickest part. And we want to make sure that it cooks evenly. We We try to...
By placing it down, then the heat goes into it then?
Right, because heat rises. It's going to come straight through it. That's what it's going to do.
Okay.
We load it up, and we're going to put it in the bottom oven is what we're going to put it in right now, okay?
Okay, so there's a top and bottom part of the smoker then.
Right, top and bottom smoker.
So what other things do you put into the smoker?
Well, this is the St. Louis. We also have the baby back ribs. We also have our chicken, our half chickens that we do, and also our pulled pork butts that we also do.
Okay, you also do seafood too, I take it.
Seafood, we do orange roughy, Cajun catfish, fried shrimp.
I see. So why did you decide to go into the restaurant business?
In high school, I took up culinary commercial foods, and I went into the steel factory, and the factory didn't work out, and I went back into it and went to a first cook program, and from there it just happened.
Okay.
And, went on out into the field as executive chef at the Nutter Center and other various restaurants in the area.
Okay.
And decided that I always wanted to own my own restaurant one day, you know, to be able to be creative and do your own thing, be your own boss.
So it's happened then?
It's happening.
It's happening.
Yes, it is. There's a lot of work been put into it, a lot of labor, and we feel like if we, get the support of the city, we'll be successful.
Wonderful. So how long does it take for the ribs to...
Well, each rib has a different time setting. Like the St. Louis is a thicker meat, so it's going to take a little longer than the baby bags, which the St. Louis is probably going to take us about 3.5 hours on slow cook. Baby bags are about 2.5 hours on slow cook.
What a beautiful plate of food here. Now tell me, what's the secret of eating ribs? I mean, some people say you just pick it up and just grab it and you just eat it, or do you just take a knife and cut like a little piece here?
Well, I think it's personal. I think you grab it the best way.
I would think you would use the best two tools that you have, and that's your hands.
Right.
This is good. And tasty too. I love the sauce. So folks, you gotta come to Gem City Ribs at 4141 North Main Street for the best ribs in town.
We agree on that.
Yeah. Yay.
There you go. There's more to come. Stay with us.
The William Pace Show through the years has been a beacon of light in the Midwest, taking you to such destinations as the Navy Pier, the Palmer Hilton Palace Hotel, the German Village, the Showboat Majestic Theatre, the Ohio Village, and the Krohn Conservatory. There's always something cooking in the kitchen on the William Pace Show. Some of the biggest stars, entertainers, and political figures like B.B. King, Jimmy Walker, Bob Carlisle, Patti Austin, Mr. T, Whitley Phibbs, and Congressman Tony Hall have appeared on the William Pace Show. Now, without further ado, we proudly present the William Pace Show on CATV, coming to you from the heart of the Midwest.
Subscribe to the William Pace Show YouTube channel. Be sure to click the bell and give us the thumbs up. Thank you.
Guest this evening is Mikael Hernandez. He's a martial artist, and he's in town with Meng's Martial Arts. Thanks so much for coming on tonight.
Thank you, William.
Now, you're from New York City.
Yes.
So do you have a pretty busy life there in martial arts?
Oh, it's pretty active. There's a lot of martial arts participation. The headquarters is in New York City, Manhattan's Chinatown.
Wonderful.
And that's where our instructor comes from, Moyat. And usually we work out of there. And we have branches throughout the world. Then he's opening a museum here also.
That's what I know, yeah.
Yes. So we made a few trips. It's very exciting for us, for the whole family. And we have other branches. We travel to Brazil, Canada, Mexico, Florida. So it's a pretty active schedule.
Tell me, what is Wing Chun?
Wing Chun is a Cantonese term. Literally, it just means beautiful springtime. So it's a name given to this system that was developed by a woman. We give credit to a woman to develop this style. So it's about 350, 400 years old. And it started out of a monastery, a Buddhist monastery. So back in China, during its history, they had revolutionaries. And some of the people felt, well, we need a martial arts that the ordinary people can learn a little faster. And this has spread out. And then a gentleman by the name of Yip Man, which is our grandmaster, brought it from China to Hong Kong in 1949. to the island of Macau, then in 1950 in Hong Kong itself, and he spread out that art in Hong Kong. And throughout the years, there's been various people that have brought it to the United States. One of the first most that a lot of people understand is Bruce Lee. Brought it back in the 1959, 1960s. And then the most notable one today is Grandmaster Moyat. He's been spreading this particular style of Wing Chun throughout the States.
Now, what is the history? How old?
Well, like I mentioned before, it's about 350 years of age. And it spread very small throughout China. Pretty much was passed down, family members, small groups of people in the southern part of China. And then from this southern part, when communism took over, one of its students, which is Yip Man, fled into Hong Kong. And in Hong Kong, it was literally a new style compared to other martial arts. And some of his students made it famous throughout the Hong Kong island.
Earlier, I was talking to Master Meng about discipleship, and I wanted to ask you if you could elaborate a little bit upon that.
Yes, it's a kind of unique situation. As Benny has mentioned before, the teacher develops a certain relationship with the student. And the student decides to make a commitment to the school, basically as a family type of unit. And the teacher represents the father figure, and the wife, the mother figure. You know, so you have this extended family. And basically the school is where we meet and where the activities happen. And some of the students want to participate more than others. And basically you set a community. And then within this community, what happens is the students want to do more things for the school so it could grow and more activities could happen or more functions could come about. So what happens is he's making a commitment not only to the school but to the instructor to promote this style. Whatever martial art it is, ours happens to be Wing Chun. And we recognize this by calling that student a disciple. So we take this long-term commitment. Once he's a disciple, that means he's your student for life.
For life?
Yes.
So do most of the students who enroll in martial arts pretty much stay with it, and it's something that carries through with them?
Well, we have a unique method passed down from Grandmaster Moyat. So his perception of martial arts is that it's done on a daily basis. So he would say this meeting between us today is a form of Kung Fu, what we call Kung Fu life. So maybe we go to lunch, maybe we go to dinner, we talk. It doesn't have to revolve around physical training. It could be just a meeting of the minds, philosophy. And basically here, our daily interaction. So that becomes a way of living.
Tell me, how much of martial arts is mental and how much of it is physical?
I would say 90% is mental.
Mental, really?
Yes.
So it's the strength within the mind then?
Sure. Mental toughness. You know, it's evident in athletes. It's also evident in martial arts. You know, a lot of martial artists, if they have a strong mind, that works together with the body and the emotions. So before you heard words as discipline, character building. So all of these things, when you start tying them together, it plays in your physical activity. You know, the expression of the martial art comes how you look at it mentally, your approach to it mentally.
And also, how much of martial arts has to do with audio, voice? I hear like, yeah, they do a lot of screaming and moaning and groaning and that kind of thing.
I think we see that in the movies. But not really. Surprisingly, if you notice, a lot of martial arts have been in martial arts for a long time, are very humble and very low-key. You know, they're very low-key, very calm, very relaxed, and those are the benefits from martial arts. So really, as you're training, you know, it was interesting. I was at a seminar once in Brazil, and our teacher was talking about this voice or the character, and he would say, well, you know, when you first see a martial artist, his first year of learning, you could tell he's a martial artist, his mannerism, the way he walks. And as the years go by, you say, well, this individual looks like he knows something. There's something about him that he knows. You don't know if he's an athlete, a musician, an artist. And as the years go by, you look at this individual, you have no clue that he's a martial artist. So it means as the years progress and the skills get developed more and more, you're more relaxed, there's really no clue that you have a skill.
Well, but I want to thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure.
Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Okay, thank you.
Stay with us.
The William Pace Show through the years has been a beacon of light in the Midwest, taking you to such destinations as the Navy Pier, the Palmer Hilton Palace Hotel, the German Village, the Showboat Majestic Theatre, the Ohio Village, and the Krohn Conservatory. There's always something cooking in the kitchen on the William Pace Show. Some of the biggest stars, entertainers, and political figures like B.B. King, Jimmy Walker, Bob Carlisle, Patti Austin, Mr. T, Whitley Phibbs, and Congressman Tony Hall have appeared on the William Pace Show. Now, without further ado, we proudly present the William Pace Show on CATV, coming to you from the heart of the Midwest.
Subscribe to the William Pace Show YouTube channel. Be sure to click the bell and give us the thumbs up. Thank you.
My guest this evening is Pete Pahil. He's in town with the Meng's Martial Arts, and you are also a martial artist.
That's correct, William.
Okay. Now, how long have you been in martial arts?
Since I was 10 years old. I'm 44 now.
Okay.
So it's been quite a long time.
Okay. So would you say that martial arts has helped you in your overall life, career?
William, martial art, this is my life.
It is
and
your
it
life.
definitely has helped me. Part of my career as making money has been in the Department of Corrections. I've been in there for 20 years.
20 years.
And actually, the Kung Fu, the martial art, has definitely helped me handle my job and it's actually saved my life several times.
Save your life
In combat situations.
I see. So you've had to protect yourself and by having
Absolutely.
the martial arts then.
Absolutely.
Okay. Let me ask you about the health part of it. Is it very important that you eat certain foods and take care of your body? Tell me a little bit about that.
Yes, William. Martial arts is not just the physical, but it's also the mental and the spiritual.
Spiritual.
So health is also three things: the mind, the body, and the spirit. You cannot separate those things. So to really look at martial arts, and as a good sifu, as such as Sifu Bendy Meng, then if the student is correctly following, then the sifu is also a healer. So the sifu is also teaching the correct way to have a healthy life. Basically, health is two umbrellas, something we call assimilation and elimination. If we can keep a strong digestive system and an empty colon, we will have natural health. So it is important as a martial artist or as an athlete or to actually eating the right foods to give fuel to the body. So it's very important to stay, and we can discuss what fuel that really is.
Well, you know, maybe you don't know, but I'm on a diet right now, and I've lost 21 pounds since Christmas.
Very good.
And and I realize that food is fuel for the body. And would you say that eating like every 3 to 4 hours, small amounts of food is better than eating a lot of food all at once?
William, that depends on what it is you're trying to achieve.
Okay.
But I'm not interested in diets. I'm not interested in disease.
Okay.
As a martial artist, what we're interested in is health.
Okay.
And there's quite a distinction there. But as a normal person would eat, in the realms of assimilation, yes, the way I eat is the fact that there's enough time between assimilating my food and eliminating. So what it is, it's 5 hours between each meal.
5 hours.
And 14 between my last meal and what we call break fast.
Okay.
That gives the body the time to totally assimilate and eliminate your food.
Okay. So you say there should be 14 hours then?
Well, you see,
from the last meal you eat of the day to the first meal of the day?
That gives the body enough time, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Protein is very, very difficult to digest. As opposed to carbohydrates that digest in your mouth, they only digest in your stomach. Well, if you do not have the acid, which is a big problem in America, you see Rolaids, Tums, then you're not breaking down your protein.
I see.
you're not getting your nutrients, and once it leaves the stomach, it's absolutely useless. It just sits there and causes you the second problem.
The second problem is?
Bowel transit time is way too slow.
Oh, okay.
And that is basically why all the diseases are rising in our country.
Oh, okay. Because it stays with you too long. Then.
Absolutely. You are toxifying your system.
Oh, okay. Tell me, what food would you recommend? Would you recommend certain foods?
Absolutely. And we can go to what we call in martial arts the Zen of the answer. Fruit and vegetables
are the best.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And it's very simple to explain why.
Why?
The pH of the foods. There's something called pH. And if we go way, way back to high school, it means potential of hydrogen. Well, all foods leave a deposit. It's either acid or it's alkaline. The only foods that leave an alkaline deposit that your body can utilize are fruit and vegetables. Another thing that you might find interesting, William, is that germs and bacteria cannot live in an alkaline body. It's the reason I never get sick. So germs and bacteria and cancer and all of that stuff only thrives in an acid body. So if we can keep the body alkaline, you will never ever have a problem. So fruit and vegetables.
Okay. What about starches? They don't help you? Like potato, rice?
Meat, dairy, grain, cereal all leave an acid deposit. I'm not saying they're bad, but it was in the volume in which we have been eating them that causes us the problem.
So not so much, but they're
Absolutely.
Good. Okay. So can you get like a burst of energy with eating a lot of vegetables and fruits then?
You know, if you had a big fruit bowl in the morning, absolutely.
Okay.
So what you need to do, William, is you need to cut it all up and put it in a big bowl and fill up on that.
Okay. Lastly, I want to ask you, how does one stay healthy then?
Well, again, it comes back to what you're eating.
Okay.
But
a lot of exercise then?
Exercise does a nice job. And also what you think. Negative thinking, William, creates more acid in your body than any food that you could possibly eat.
So it's really our thoughts are so important then.
And one other thing.
Okay.
Nutritional supplements. It has come to the point now it's inevitable because I believe that the grounds are just so demineralized that even if you are eating well, you may not be getting all the nutrition that you need.
So you have to supplement it.
Absolutely.
Supplement, okay. And one other thing I want to elaborate on real quickly is that you mentioned about the spirit then. Can you mention just a little bit about that before we go to break?
You know, William, a lot of people don't want to talk about that, but that's where really the religion part comes into talk. And it's something that's bigger than all of us. And you need a principle. You can't change from one day to another because of the way you feel. You need a principle that's bigger than you.
Okay.
And that's where that base comes in.
Well, another time we'll have you back on the show, and I'd like to talk to you more about the spirit part of that.
My pleasure.
Okay. Before you go, got a little box of Esther Price Fine Chocolates.
Well, thank you very much.
Dayton's best. There's more to come. Stay with us.
The William Pace Show through the years has been a beacon of light in the Midwest, taking you to such destinations as the Navy Pier, the Palmer Hilton Palace Hotel, the German Village, the Showboat Majestic Theatre, the Ohio Village, and the Krohn Conservatory. There's always something cooking in the kitchen on the William Pace Show. Some of the biggest stars, entertainers, and political figures like B.B. King, Jimmy Walker, Bob Carlisle, Patti Austin, Mr. T, Whitley Phibbs, and Congressman Tony Hall have appeared on the William Pace Show. Now, without further ado, we proudly present the William Pace Show on CATV, coming to you from the heart of the Midwest.
Subscribe to the William Pace Show YouTube channel. Be sure to click the bell and give us the thumbs up. Thank you.
One of my favorite places to go is Natural Visions in Bellbrook, and my guest today is Steve Carl of Natural Visions. Thanks so much, Steve, for having us in today.
You're welcome.
I love crystals, and you sell a lot of crystals here.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
Now, crystals can bring a lot of energy to you.
Crystals help energize your physical, mental, emotional, spiritual bodies. People wear them around their neck. They carry them in their pockets. They put them in windows to help bring energy in from outside. Sunlight hits it and comes in energy. So it's They're quite useful. They're used in healing. You can put them on somebody up and down through the chakras. So.
Now tell us about this one particularly. This is quite heavy. You wouldn't want to drop this on your foot, would you?
That's 8.5 pounds of Arkansas crystal.
Arkansas crystal.
That's one of the, Arkansas crystal is some of the finest made, it's some of the clearest made. It has a hardness almost that of diamond. And as you can see, you can look through that one and see your hand moving on the other side.
Yeah, I can.
Very, very clear.
I can. Now, how did you get started with Natural Visions? How long has it been in existence?
Natural Visions has been here 5 years.
5 years.
And we got started more as a teaching facility than as a store. We teach healing classes, Reiki, natural healing, things like that. We teach psychic development, spiritual development, mediumship, tarot classes. The store is kind of a natural extension of the teaching work that we do. People would say, well, where can I buy these things you talk about in class? And pretty soon it was, well, it's over here in the next room.
Okay, so you carry a lot of the things you talk about then,
yes,
too,
we do.
right here in the store. Now, I know also that you have a number of programs you have here. I want to talk a little bit more in depth about the maybe the healing program that you have here through the Ohio Reiki
Ohio
School.
Reiki Training Center is located here. Reiki is an ancient Tibetan art for stress reduction and relaxation. Medical studies have found that 80% of the reason people go to doctors is stress-related in some way or another. So
Surely.
if we can help facilitate healing by reducing stress, that's just wonderful for everybody concerned. And we teach that here. We have a full program that goes from absolute beginning level to as high as you can go in the Reiki programs.
Do you think more and more today that people are looking for an alternative to healing? You think that those people who have like maybe long-term illnesses and so forth are looking for some alternative way?
Chronic illness is actually better helped by this kind of thing. If you get hit by a bus, go to an emergency room, but if you have a chronic problem, look at a Reiki practitioner or somebody that is used to working with that. We did an open house here last Sunday and literally had people lined into the parking lot.
Wow.
Just trying to get in and sample what Reiki is all about. So we're quite pleased with the response. It seems to be getting better all the time.
Wonderful. And for the viewers out there listening, is there a phone number you could give us or some an address so that they can get more information about the Reiki program here?
We are at 7635 Wilmington Pike. That's Dayton, Ohio, or Bellbrook, as you said.
Bellbrook,
And our phone number is 436-3432.
Okay, great. I want to put this crystal back on the table here, and I guess there's something...
Don't drop it on your foot.
No, I don't want to drop it on my foot here, and I guess you've got something else that you wanted to give me here?
This is an amethyst piece. Oh,
I like this.
It has a candle in the center of it, so when you burn that, the light will actually go through all of the little amethyst pieces, and they've been quite popular here, and we're also the only store that has them right now. So
okay, well, thank you very much, Steve. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for your support, and folks, you just have to stop out to Natural Visions today and learn more about this wonderful shop. There's more to come on the William Pace Show. Stay with us.
The William Pace Show through the years has been a beacon of light in the Midwest, taking you to such destinations as the Navy Pier, the Palmer Hilton Palace Hotel, the German Village, the Showboat Majestic Theatre, the Ohio Village, and the Krohn Conservatory. There's always something cooking in the kitchen on the William Pace Show. Some of the biggest stars, entertainers, and political figures like B.B. King, Jimmy Walker, Bob Carlisle, Patti Austin, Mr. T, Whitley Phibbs, and Congressman Tony Hall have appeared on the William Pace Show. Now, without further ado, we proudly present the William Pace Show on CATV, coming to you from the heart of the Midwest.
Subscribe to the William Pace Show YouTube channel. Be sure to click the bell and give us the thumbs up. Thank you.